and gentlemen, there's no need to moan today, even though it's Monday. Celtic are getting business done. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please do click like and subscribe below. It would be appreciated. 4 players in, a grand total of just under 2 million spent so far in the transfer window. Yes, there's going to be people commenting below, oh, that's not good enough. Why me not buying quality over quantity? All this bleeding jazz as usual from certain fans. You can't keep happy. But there's a lot of money at our disposal. And we are on the verge of selling players and clearing out the wage books. So let's kick it off. Celtic announced today around 2 o'clock the signing of 19-year-old Callum Osmand from Fulham. They paid a small development fee to Fulham. He had a couple of days left in his contract, and this is a guy that's played in Premier League 2, scored 10 goals last season in just under 19 games. He's been capped under 17 level for Wales. He's been capped for England as well, or underage level. And Fulham fans were raging that they're losing him. Last time we bought a striker from Fulham, who was that? Moussa Dembele. And he was a youngster. And what happened with him? He became a cult hero at Celtic. So a lot of pressure on him to live up to level to what Dembele did. He did come out and say that he had spoken to Matt O'Reilly about the move to Celtic. Matt O'Reilly was filming him in about his new teammates, some of them about joining the club, the fans, and he said he's looking forward to going out and playing in front of the fans, walking down that tunnel. And he was impressed with the conversation he had with Brendan Rodgers, and he came out and said basically he's ready for the next chapter in his career. And he had a chance to get into the Fulham team, to get the breakthrough into the Premier League, you know, but he's getting the chance now to play in Scotland with the Scottish champions, potentially European football there as well. If he puts his head down, works hard. He's not one of these strikers, as he describes himself as, you know, holds the ball up. He's more direct, and he can play on both wings as well. Very similar to a Kyogo comparison, folks. I have a good friend who's a Fulham season ticket holder and that has seen him play as well for the second team, and he rates him highly. He thinks he's going to be a success at Celtic. He was a bit gutted that he's leaving, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to having Callum in. You know, that's Benjamin Nygren in the door for 1.3 million last Friday. That's Tierney back in left back. We've Ross Dillon to come confirmed as well. He's going to be perhaps a second choice keeper, or third choice, or if he pushes Schmeichel and Sansalo, you never know, he might get game time over them. He's a Scottish international as well. So Callum Osmand's in. He got the number 19 shorts. Big short, still in Pecha, but time will tell. He has a full pre-season under his belt. It means that Celtic have done business early for the change. We're not sitting here saying, oh, this is going to be typical Celtic. It's going to go down to the last couple of days of the window. We're getting it done early, folks. The transfer window is not closed until the 1st of September. We have Champions League qualifiers to play. We have a league campaign to kick off against St Mirren on the 4th of August. Interesting times. Good times ahead. But the biggest contract we want sorted is our manager. There's no point of Brendan talking highly about these guys coming in and he's going to be off in a year's time. We need to get him on another 2-year deal, get the manager sorted. Regards to getting another player in the door, we're looking at a guy called Inamura. Hayato Inamura. Now this is a guy that plays for a team that's fighting in relegation. You got a team that are fighting relegation in J-League. There's been reports last night that his club already put out a post saying that he's on his way to Europe. He's going to undergo a medical with a team, and they're going to, once it's officially confirmed, they will do a departure video for him. 23 years of age, centre back, 17 games this season in the J-League, 1 goal, 2 assists in there as well. I don't know what to make of this signing, to be honest with you. It's a big risk. Could it be a Kobayashi rated highly in Japan, and when he comes to Celtic he just can't get a string of games, he's just not consistent, he's just not good enough for the Celtic shorts? Or will it be a Rio Atate where he makes an immediate impact, or like Kyogo, or like Days in Maeda? Time will tell. This is I think it's an underwhelming signing, folks. And I know that sounds kind of disrespectful to anyone who's a Celtic fan that watches the J-League. He hasn't been capped for Japan. He's not playing in one of the top 3 or 4 teams in Japan, folks. So I don't know what to make of it. But all I can say is good luck to the lads. Let him come in. Let him get used to the Japanese boys. Let him get used to living in Glasgow. Get him used to his teammates. And time will tell if he's going to be a success. Regards to the fee, there hasn't been a fee dashed around regards to this guy's contract. You know, he's played a total of 32 games for the team that he currently plays for. And looking at a couple of his clips, not a bad long ball expert, but my personal opinion on it, I'd rather keep Bielka over this guy. Bielka is on the verge of joining Portuguese side Braga. Bola in Portugal basically came out with this story. So did Fabricio Romero the other day. 2 million we're looking at for the 25-year-old Swede who played 32 games last season for FC20 alone. Banged 2 goals in there as well. He wants to keep himself in that Swedish team, and he has to think of his career. He's not favoured by Brendan Rodgers. I wish him the very best, Bielka. I just think I would have rather Bielka or Dorosky over this guy Inamura. And I know I'm jumping the ship and I'm basically just looking at the cover here and saying, I don't know. I'm sceptic about this signing compared to other signings that we've done so far, to be honest with you. So there's not enough I've seen of him. I've tried to dig in the trenches. We can go by stats, but when you're playing for a team that's fighting for relegation in the J League, it's not saying a lot. It's not saying a lot. I think it could be just a poor scouting report. But time will tell. If Brendan gave the go ahead and the board gave the go ahead for this guy to come in, time will tell. He should be confirmed over the next couple of days, subject to international clearance. Reports that he's flown to London, done his medical already. Time will tell. That's all we can see with that. Regards to Michel and Balagwisha, Royal Antwerp are trying to hold off for 6 million for basically the Belgian winger. A guy that's featured 13 times in 2025, 4 goals, 3 assists, plays on the left, plays on the right. Europa League experience, Champions League experience. A guy that they bought for over 7 million quid from Stade Liège back nearly 4 years ago. And they're basically, Sporting Director came out and said that they're happy to keep him at the club, but they're only going to listen to offers if the price is right. If they're willing to put the price down to about 5 million, snap it, Celtic, go for it. Go for it at the end of the day. We brought Neugren in. We don't know what the future holds regards to Nicholas Keown. Will Nicholas be a Celtic player by the end of this summer? I'd preferably like to keep Nicholas. I think there's a lot of potential with Nicholas Keown, as we seen last year. Once he's on fire, there's no stopping him. But as I said, it's all what's in the noggin. It's all the mentality. If your agent's barking in your ears saying, let's get you a move to Newcastle or Brentford, whoever's interested, their minds are going to be somewhere else. We need players that want to play for the cause, that want to win trophies, that want to be successful at Celtic. And if they want to use it as a stepping stone and we benefit and make, big cash off them, all means goes. Look at 3 million for Keown. If we sell him for 20 million, if it's Como, Newcastle, Brentford. Look, about 2 months to go in the transfer window. Celtic are in a great position. Long-term contract with Keown. And if it comes to the case that we're playing cat and mouse, let it come down to the final days of the transfer window. Let's see how Neugren settles in. If we get Balagwisha in as well. Jota's to come back in October, November-ish. We have good players at our disposal on the wings. Will Yang go on loan? Time will tell. We're still waiting to see if Kwan's going to join the Austrian team, Austria Vienna. If that's going to happen. He was spent on loan last season at Hibs. So players will go, folks. It's the joys of the transfer window. We will be linked with every Dick and Harry out there that have good stats and mysterious stats like the likes of Inamura. But do subscribe to the channel. There's some good news as well. Celtic Legends will play Manchester United Legends on the 6th of September at Celtic Park. Obviously it's to raise funds for the Celtic Foundation. Manchester United will do their own charity work as well. Well, 2 players have been confirmed. Two legends. I know that sounds very premature to some of our audience that are have been like, you know, watching Celtic through the 70s and the 80s. But Joe Hart, he came in, steadied the ship. He's going to play the game. He's going to play the match. And Tom Rogic, let's be honest, Tommy Rogic is a legend. No question about it. You know, signed him back in 2013. He went back to the A-League for a season to mature, and he came back and he just went strength to strength. Under Ronnie, under Brendan, under Lenny, and it's a guy that, you know, he won us the Scottish Cup in that rainy day on the 25th of May 2017 against Aberdeen in the Dying Embers. You get the butterflies talking about Tommy Rogic, but he's gonna return in a Celtic shirt. He's looking forward to getting the hoops back on. You know, they played a massive part in his career, and obviously Tommy left to go to West Brom, and didn't really work out West Brom for him, but he retired 2 years ago, and you know, he's enjoying his time back in Australia with his wife and his kids, and that's the most important thing for Tommy Rogic. You know, family first over football, over your career at times. So that's really it for me today. Do subscribe to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon. Hail, hail.